I wanted to give a quick snapshot of my book. That's my biography, Malabar to Malaya. Being a biography, of course, I've started writing from the time when I was born. And to put it in context, I was born in a plantation house. I wasn't born in a hospital. See, my birth was processed or rather managed by my grandma. And since it is a plantation house, my father had to make a police report and get my birth certificate issued at the Kluang police station. This book takes you through all the different parts of my life, and it looks at where were my problems, where were my issues, and predominantly it looks at my ancestors. See, these were people who came from India to work in the rubber plantations here. See, at that time, India was under the British rule, and so was Malaya. So, this was a planned migration where the British brought workers to work in the rubber plantations. So, my grandparents, that is, these three of them, they came on some ships, got to Malaya, and they never went back. Many theories about it. They could have been those bachelors who are enjoying life and did not bother about home. That is one theory. Possibly also because they got here and they got comfortable and they did not think they could adapt back home. That's another theory. Third is, of course, they got here thinking that they will become millionaires and they didn't. So they were not willing to go back and face reality. My grandparents were probably between the second and third. See, they came here and got comfortable, and they did not earn so much to go back and celebrate. So, this book talks about that whole story, and it looks at me going through the whole plantation life until the point when I graduated. I became a chemical engineer. I felt that I had a very meaningful journey, being a son of a rubber tapper who works in the plantation. I also worked in the plantation, of course, without being paid because I was a child laborer helping my parents. And it was a do or die situation. You see, if I don't change my life at that point, I would continue working as a rubber tapper. So I had to push myself to excel in my studies. That was the only bridge to get out to the world and be somebody else than to be stricken by the poverty in the plantation. This book also has one section here which gives the actual data of my parents' income. This was a little bit of a research that I did. You see, it so happened that as I grew up, I was someone who was very interested in numbers, statistics, data, and I used to collect all kinds of things. One of the things I collected was a pay slip of my parents who were working as rubber tapers. So I have about 10 years of first-hand data on what was the salary like, how many kilograms of latex they collected, what was the productivity, how many working days. So those are the academic parts which are reproduced here at the back of the book. So you could see that this book is a little bit of my story, the way I saw it, and it also has the academic factual part of what a rubber tapper's life was back in 1970s. Hope you'd enjoy the book and we'll send you more quips later. Thank you.